thing of the past, as we can see right now on how Facebook has changed everything. So joining me to talk about all this, to take your calls and questions, criminal lawyer Joe Neuberger, who has done a lot of work in the youth criminal justice. Welcome back to Legal Briefs. Happy New Year to you, Joe.
Happy New Year. Nice to be here.
All right. Well, first of all, let's talk about the whole issue of anonymity under the Act, and how in the world can anybody expect in this day and age of the Internet, of Facebook, that anybody can be anonymous anymore, and that youth will ever have that protection anymore?
Well, I agree. The world's changed with the Internet and the access to a computer pretty much anywhere where you want to go, cafes, wherever. Anonymity is something which is slowly being eroded. I still think it's a sound principle.
Why? Let's talk about that. What's the principle involved? Because you don't have it in the United States, for example. What's the principle involved right now that this 17-year-old and this 15-year-old are charged, but take away the Facebook, take away Internet for a moment. Let's turn back the clock 15, 20 years. They would be anonymous, except, of course, to the people who would know them.
Yeah.
What's the policy behind that makes sense to you?
Well, the idea is to protect youth. The idea is to protect those persons in our society who we still deem as youth or children, and to protect them from the ridicule and the all the other sort of pressures that go on with being named publicly. And you know, to truly appreciate this, you have to be an accused individual. To feel what it's like to have your name published in a paper, on a media report, and what the fallout from that is. Your family, your friends, neighbors, everything, how you get ostracized from society well before you've been proven of doing anything wrong. I mean, these are incredible pressures that impact on an individual. And many may say, well, it's just, but the issue is, you know, innocence until proven otherwise, proven guilty. And at the right time, when they've gone through the process and there's been a fair process, they lose their anonymity. But beforehand, I think it's very difficult to try and maintain, in my opinion, a valid reason for doing away with the publication ban. Well, I don't know how it really helps the system.
I think this case alone is proof with respect to how effective the efficacy of publication bans. I mean, look at, in Cynthia's story, all those postings on Facebook, and the names are out there. But let's talk now about, and I'm sure we'll get a lot.